Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm not sure if we'll have very many people in the stream or not. I know there's another premiere going on right now for Shed Wars, so we might not have very many in here tonight. But I wanted to get back to my usual time and time and place, as we might say. So if anyone has any questions, please go ahead and put them in the chat. And I'm here with my friend Mark. Hey, Brad. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. I'm not sure if we'll have a big crowd today. I know there's something else going on with Shed Wars, so there's a premiere going on here in a couple minutes. I got to make sure I mute my channel there. But hey, Maccabeus, Everyday Survival. Hello. Hi, Charlotte. Hello. Oops. I got to turn this one off. There we go. I'm kind of eyeballing it. Hey, Lewis. Hi. Thank you for coming in. Yes, I still need to get on that. Every time I think about it, my son grabs my phone and walks off with it, and I haven't got into that. I'm sorry. I will get that done sometime this week when he's off from school, and I can steal the phone away from him. Maybe in the middle of the night when he's sleeping, I'll get that done. Hi, Ben's Over Acres. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. I have been working really hard on my Shed Wars stuff right now. I cleaned out the freezer, actually 3 freezers, the 2 refrigerator freezers. Hi, Gil. Did you get the link? You can come up if you want. Okay, bye, Brad. Thanks for popping in. So I have some things I'm going to can up because I had to go through and do an inventory of my freezers and clean them out. And so I am going to get that done and then get that stuff canning. Hi, How to Garden. Thanks for coming in. Oh, you got chickens, Charlotte? Oh, I bet they are cute. I love baby chicks. I absolutely love it. If anybody wants to come up, there's the link. But today I did a lot of reorganization, and I got a video coming out on my gardening. I got my onions planted today. I know I'm kind of later than all of you, but my last frost date is May 31st, so I really like almost May 31st. There's Gil. Hey, Gil.
Hey.
So all I've done today is plant stuff and repot them and move them around, and I got my grow light setting up. That's been my whole goal today.
I spent the morning babysitting 3 boys.
You need a nap.
You
need a nap.
I've tried. I got in it late. I'm all tired. As soon as I lay down, I'm wide awake. Why am I wide awake? I just laid down.
That was me. I hit that plateau last night where I'm already awake. I'm going to be awake, and I was awake till 2:00 in the morning. And then somebody called me and woke me up at 6:00 in the morning, which I'm normally awake at that time. But if I don't answer the phone on the first 5 rings, give up. Let me sleep.
Yeah.
Give it up. Let me sleep.
Well, that's why I leave the phone here in this room here. My bedroom's at the other end of the house.
Yeah, but my kids are not quite as old as yours.
Yeah.
So that's my problem. I have one in college that might need to call me and has, for emergencies.
Yeah.
So. Oh, Charlotte canned up 16 pints of milk yesterday. Nice. I need to do that again. I think I'm getting a little low on milk.
Yeah, one of the boys that was over snuck away and decided he wanted to play with all the plants I had planted in the.
Oh no!
And he pulled the 2 basil that were was getting about ready to plant. Mm-hmm. Pulled them out of their little tubs. It was breaking it apart. It was like, ugh.
No, not yet. I'm not ready for that. I transplanted a blueberry today. It's actually got blossoms on them. I'm gonna have to pick it off, and no roots. One I bought at the big box store. I'm like, wow, that was nice. Thanks for the no roots on this thing. Nothing. I don't know how it has leaves and blossoms and nothing for roots. I'm gonna have to get some willow water and see if I can't get some roots going on it.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, he almost took out the big tomato plant too. It was leaning over. I got it pushed back up, pushed the dirt back. Unfortunately, the dirt around it was soft, so.
Yeah, but it's not a bad thing to lean over your tomato plants because then wherever they touch the ground on the stem, it'll make more roots.
But it's in a pot, so it's
Oh, I know you want to keep it.
I want to keep it going up straight.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's already starting to look like it's starting to do some little blossoms on it.
Oh, you'll have to get a Q-tip out and.
Yeah, well, they're still closed, but they like the little pods, whatever, getting ready to do it. But it's like, dang it, I don't want you to do that yet. I want you another 2-3 feet taller before you do that.
Well, you can pinch those off. You don't have to, let them blossom the first ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, our milk here has really went up in price, but then so has everything in the last 6 months.
The only thing good came up from today is I got a line on where I can pick up some 330-gallon IBC totes.
Ooh.
For $65 each, food grade, and what they had, they're used, but what they had in them was 193 proof potato alcohol.
Perfect. Now they've been sanitized.
That much, they've been more than sanitized. They've been sterilized that much.
We lost. Oh, okay. Mark will be right back.
Yeah.
I wondered, I was talking to him, but nobody was there. So, yeah, that's wonderful. My son borrowed my tote, and I said, you have to have it back by March of last year. He's a year late. Yeah. So I may have to hunt down a new one because that's my rainwater collection for drinking water at the property. So I'm not happy that he borrowed it and then didn't return it. But
yeah, I found out where the guy's getting the totes from, though. So I will buy the 7 totes I said I'd buy from him. Then I'm going to go to the source for the rest.
Perfect.
And it's right up the road from me. It's a new local distillery that went in.
Ooh.
And so I'll go up there, make nice with them, and offer them $50 a tote because I know he's paying a lot less. He's probably only paying $35 a tote, and if I offer them $50 a tote, then I'll whenever I want some, I'll probably be able to get it.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
It's a miracle.
Joy. Oh, Nature Girl is here, and she's been dry canning today. Nice. I have so much. We sorted all the freezers, so now all the meat is in one freezer. All the vegetables is in the kitchen refrigerator freezer, and all the fruit that I need to can up is in the living room refrigerator. Because everybody has a refrigerator in their living room next to the dining room table, right?
I got 2 dorm fridges in my kitchen, plus a regular fridge freezer, plus a stand-up and 2 chest freezers in the basement. So sure.
Okay.
Actually, we moved the one refrigerator freezer that we weren't using in next to the dining room table when I had the water leak and I was doing the repairs. So I moved it into there. But my daughter just finished cleaning out the one chest freezer she'd been borrowing from me. She goes, "Okay, you can get it out of here now." So I moved it over here and start moving all my meat into the one chest freezer.
Nice. I like having it organized this way.
Yeah.
I bought the 2 5.5 cubic foot chest freezers to move everything from my 11.5 into them the stand-up freezer because I don't want to talk about the stand-up freezer. She's a good old girl, but we bought these two, and then all of a sudden they're full. So we got a lot of proteins packed up right now. I keep finding them on sale. I'm worse than my wife. I'll see something. I'll buy like 40, 60 pounds of something and seal meal it up, chuck it in the freezer, or can it. Most right now I'm just freezing stuff, and I'm still working on cleaning my canning shelves off from some of the old stuff that needs to go.
Yeah, tomorrow morning I got 5 pounds of 88% lean ground beef I got to cook up, and going to make a sloppy Joe mix out of it, and then
Can it?
seal and meal it for put with 3/4 of a pound per bag, and then just freeze it up.
Nice. I did that with I canned chili. We made taco meat. Got like 20 pounds of ground beef, really cheap. Cooked it all down. I rinse it after I cook my ground beef. I always rinse it with warm water to get all the fat off of it, and then we mix it up into taco meat, and it almost resembles Taco Bell meat because it's kind of pasty at that point. But throw it in pint jars and put them up, and they're good for. I've still got a couple left down there from like 3 years ago, and they're still good.
Oh yeah, I have 20 pounds of sausage to cook up after the fruit to put in pint jars, and I'm just gonna do it so that when we do like biscuits and gravy, it's all cooked up. Hey Josh, it's all cooked up, ready to just throw into the gravy mix.
I think it's time for me to recan some of my milk. It's starting to separate after 3 years.
Ooh, I haven't had any problems yet. My mom had never let it go that long, and so I didn't know how long to really tell people it would last. And
I just did it. I learned from you guys.
I have some that's 8 years, and I just shake it.
It might be fine. The lid hasn't popped.
Yeah.
And
before you
but it gets that I did a gallon of whole milk and a gallon of 2%, and the whole milk seems to have like this.
Yes.
It's like the fat around the rim, and it does not dissolve. I mean, hot water, no, you got to scrub it off to get it off. Yeah. But it tastes like just like you warmed up milk. I use it in my coffee. If we run out of milk, I'll just grab a jar.
Have you seen the video I did on the creamers where you can make the flavored creamers with the coffee?
I did not. I saw you have it on your YouTube channel, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't done it. I'm sure now my wife's probably she'll watch this later and be like, oh, I can make creamers. She loves her creamers.
Flavored, yes.
Well, let's see. Kaylin put out her Shed Wars video. Josh just put out Shed Wars video. I'm getting these pop-ups here.
Mine is being edited. If I wasn't here, I'd be finishing editing. I've done 3 videos today. I got to edit them and get one up before midnight, or I'll be in the bad list, naughty list on Shed Wars. Tanya Logan, welcome for coming in. I have a whole Facebook group about fermentation. I am an avid reader of everything by Sandor Katz. In fact, I've watched every video he's ever guested on YouTube. Anything that's ever tagged him, I've watched. I love fermentation. Really working on building my experience with that because I want to build my gut health. And your immunity is 90% gut.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to figure out a way I can get that pressure canner to work, because right now all I got is a glass top electric range.
Ooh.
And I don't.
Yours is a double stacker, right? Pressure canner.
No, it's a 21 quart Presto.
Oh, then you should, if your glass range will let you put it on there, have one, you should be able to, because that's what I was using on mine. I just hate to tell you can and then have it break.
Yeah.
How old is the range? Is it a newer range or is it older?
It's an older one. He left it with the house when he sold it to us. So
it should work. The newer ones have those built-in thermostatic controls. So once it reaches a certain critical temperature, it cycles the burner on and off. So people have been complaining for years. You put a pressure canner on, or even the small ones, it brings it up to like whatever temperature, and then it shuts it off, turns it on, shuts it off. So you can never get pressure.
This one does that. Just because even when we're cooking hamburgers and stuff, we can see the red glow underneath the frying pan.
Yeah.
Go off. Come on.
You're gonna have to get
Propane
a
burner
camp
turkey
mold.
fryer.
Yeah, go get it. Well, careful with the turkey fryers because you have to get one of those a
Diffusers.
special regulator or diffuser. But
Yeah.
get a camp stove, propane camp stove, a 2-burner.
Yeah, I got a couple camp stoves. I got a couple of Coleman's, and I got a couple of the Ozark Mountain ones from Walmart.
But are they the ones with the big legs that are like the big?
No, these are ones you set on tabletops. But then I do have a. Do I got the 3-burner up here? I think I got the 3-burner Camp Chef.
Yeah, you just got to be careful because everybody cranks it up full blast and you want to blowing the lids off all your jars.
Yeah.
Because you need the temperature to come up reasonably slow and even, and let it come to temperature, and then turn your flame down just a little bit. You don't want to crank it up. Yeah, the turkey fryers, I know how to use one, but you can't just crank it up and be in a hurry. I mean, I went over this so many times on the Rebel Canner page, and it's just, yeah, you can use it. Just be careful with it. You just got to do it slow and slow. And let it take its time and do its thing, or put a diffuser on there or a regulator that lowers it down. But if you got the 60,000 BTU burners, those things will destroy a pressure cooker in an hour.
Yeah. No, what I have is the Camp Chef Expedition 3. That was being sold at was it? Did I get it at Costco or Sam's Club? I've had it for about 5 years now.
Right. Does it say what the BTUs are in the burners?
I don't know. Not even sure.
Not anymore.
No, the box is long gone.
You can probably still find them online and find the details there. Just like I said, just be careful with it. You don't want to crank it up because you'll break jars, blow jars, nothing will seal, and you could warp the bottom of your pressure cooker, especially a Presto, because they're a little thinner than the All-Americans are.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, I know one of my next trips back to California, what I'm going to bring up here is I have an old gas stove that was in my mom's apartment. Well, I figured out how to do it, and I tweaked it so it's the jets are adjusted now for propane. So I just got to bring it up here for the outdoor kitchen we're going to do, and that way then I can can on top of that because it's just like regular gas stove.
Perfect.
But yeah, I got a lot of stuff I want to do, and I was talking to my wife about it. She goes, "I'm not going to do that." I go, I didn't say you were. I said I am. And she started chuckling over the phone. It's like, yeah, thanks.
Fishes and Loaves just came in and went back out, and Homestead Aquarius is here. And I saw Carpenter Self-Reliance. Hi.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody, for coming in. I know I missed last week. I almost missed this week. We've had strep throat all week at our house, and then a little bit of queasy tummy stuff going on.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of it is from the runny nose and how much of it is something else viral going around our house.
Come on.
So I've missed quite a bit. And then tomorrow is the funeral for my niece. So I've got a lot of baking, and I'm making a ham to take. So I've got a lot of cooking to do tonight. He hasn't bothered me for 2 hours, and this is the third interruption. Apparently, it's fascinating to knock on the door and wander back and forth. Hi,
something about it, all right. He's thinking he's photobombing you. Yeah, see, he's photobombing.
We see you.
The hidden spring break snacks are right behind my head, in case you haven't figured out. I'm distracted. He can go back for fourths.
I'm just waiting for the 2 fingers to pop up behind your head.
No bunny ears. No, no bunny ears.
There they are.
That was four of them.
All right, you got your snacks. Bye.
You want me to leave that too?
Yes, we do. Love you. Bye.
Make sure that it's enough function.
Go. 5 fruit roll-ups. He must be 14.
Okay.
No. That was your age, not the amount you can have. Goodbye, Sawyer.
So I was fully planning on actually putting my face on and going on my deck tonight until that wonderful ripping front moved through my area. And yeah, I got a couple limbs came down on my willow tree, and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to sit outside and do this in the rain. That would be bad.
Yeah, Becca's entire awning on her back porch was screwed into the deck. It was like one of those pop-ups, but it was screwed into the deck with a big canopy and stuff over their hot tub. Went flying into the neighbor's house this morning.
Nice. Did the neighbors get the hot tub to go with the tent?
No, just the tent. Yikes.
Yeah, the wind was blowing out here pretty good this morning, and it was a cold wind. Then about noontime, it stopped, and about 2 o'clock, it was toasty warm outside.
Yes, we went to the store, and it was gorgeous outside. The wind stopped, and all of a sudden, it got hot. We're like rolling the windows down in the car, and we didn't have the heat on. We're like, what is going on? I was cold an hour ago.
Yeah.
I cracked 70 out here this afternoon. I'm like, seriously? Okay.
It got up to 51. That's what we thought was hot. But
I'm happy with 55. I'm good. I open the windows, shut the heat off. I'm good.
Yeah. At 51, we put on shorts in March. That's a heat wave. So
Yeah.
So hopefully within the next bunch of weeks, I can do your live stream out at my new property.
ooh.
I'll set my chair up out by my forever running stream, which is my whole rear property line of 14 acres.
Ooh.
So yeah, I just got ticks to worry about, but I'm going to deal with them anyway.
Get
So.
some guinea hens.
Right now, I think I need about a dozen goats to clear the open area and get rid of all the thistle and all the pricker bushes. And I got some little pine trees that randomly popped up. They got to leave. And the rest of it's wooded, and I don't have to touch it.
Ooh,
So.
nice.
Well, except for firewood.
Yeah.
Yep. Big bonfire at Mark's house coming up soon.
House property, no house yet. I might put a little shed up to sleep in.
That's what I have, and I love it. At my new place, I'm totally off the grid, and I have a shed to house shed. It's 2 stories. It looks like a little barn, and it's been there for a long time. So even the neighbors don't know that the guy before me converted it to a shed to house. And
That's cool. I just need to
upgraded
build
it.
like a lean-to with a door on it. So it's only an hour from the house, so. But if I want to crash out for the night there with my friend or whatever, or the wife, we can just go out there, sleep for the night, set some cots up, just have a fire, cook, and cut trees down and keep clearing the land out so I can start planting my fruit trees. I did get I think I told you, I got a whole bunch of apple tree tips or branches from my sister. Had an apple
Ooh.
tree in her in the neighbor's backyard that hasn't been taken care of in like 15 years, but it still gets apples.
Right.
And I'm like, can I take some branches? She's like, take what you want. Neighbor doesn't care. And she told her, she's like, yeah, take the whole tree. I don't care. So I took a bunch of branches, shaved them down, and threw them in water, and I'm getting roots on all of them. And I have no idea what kind of apple trees these are. I just know that these trees are old. So, and my sister eats them. She's like, I take them, couple bug holes.
Have you seen my apple tree? Here's my baby. I don't know if you can see him.
Would you started from seed?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. You're going to be a while waiting for that one. At least I only got like 2-3 years for these things to get fruit. You got about 5.
It's all right. I have some that I planted that were big. $25 trees from Walmart. They're doing good. And the neighbor has a full-grown apple tree and a full-grown pear, so I've got pollinators. So I'm
Cool. We're not doing karaoke tonight, are we?
No.
Okay, thanks. Because if you're going to do that, I'm getting off.
I am monetized. Hey, now.
Oh, you got monetized?
I got monetized from that. So
Sweet.
I really want to thank Homestead Aquarius, Will It Grow, and Cajun Hydroponics. They got me over monetized. I exceeded 200 hours past what I needed.
Sweet. So now with let's see, we got 12 watching right now, a couple commercials here and there. You get like maybe 12 cents every quarter. But it's a start.
I have made $11.91 already, and I
hell yeah!
videos since that one. This is the first video since that one.
That's awesome. All right, well, I haven't watched the other ones yet, so now I can go back and just open up like 18 windows, let them all play, commercials and all, and get you a few extra bucks.
There you go. Thank you. That'd be wonderful.
Oh, Tammy, did you go back and mark all your old videos monetized?
Yes, I did. Yes, that's why I've got the $11 and some odd cents, because I did that, because I haven't made any new videos. This is the first video since karaoke night.
Yeah, the first ones I did with when I got monetized, I went back and hit my top 5 ones that are constantly being watched.
Yes.
So I hit those first. But yeah, YouTube still started screwing me over, because I started making, a couple $100 a month, and it's like all of a sudden, boom. What do you mean? I'm only making 11 cents a day now.
Yeah. Who knows?
And I can see everything's being watched and how many things being viewed and stuff. It's like, either they stop putting ads on my videos or what, I don't know.
Or they stop promoting them because they can't make money from the ads themselves.
Yeah.
Or you said something you shouldn't have said. That's what they get you.
There's so many things you can't figure out what you're supposed to say and not supposed to say, and already said and didn't say, and I don't know.
Yeah. They find a video you did 7 years ago. It's like, oh wait, you said this, you can't say that anymore. And boop, you're done.
I probably shouldn't say this word because they'll ban it next. But look at Facebook. I'm a canning group, and we can't say the word fat.
Yes, I know, because the metrics pick it up and immediately find the
insulting beef everywhere.
Yeah, and pigs and pork and
So you got to say, well, you take out the stuff that keeps it from being lean. And
that's what it boils down to. You got to say like 1,000 words instead of saying one to get your point across.
And and if you're in a gardening chat group on Facebook, you can't use the word hoe because you're insulting farm implements, calling them
bad
names.
You have to use one of those single pointed rakes with a really wide tip on it.
It's like, seriously? I mean, the censorship has gotten a little bizarre. Like,
let's get off this topic before we say something we shouldn't say. Sorry.
Facebook
Remember, create code words. Dave and I came up with Red Dragon for the
the other thing.
And they still haven't picked up on that yet.
Yep, that works.
Now, there's no humans watching it. They got just the computers are just listening in and waiting for keywords so they can have it reviewed later or not.
Yeah, I have one every single time they have flagged my Facebook group. I have won the challenge.
That's why I got off of it. I'm like, I can't, because I said something, and your moderator at the time, this is only about a year ago, they're like, oh, you can't use that word. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Anymore. Everybody's complaining I don't have enough moderators, and I'm busy with everything I've been doing on YouTube, so I need more moderators. But,
I can't volunteer for that right now.
There was a hostile takeover you missed, Mark.
Yeah, apparently I did, because I really hadn't been on there. I'd scroll down every now and then and be like, yep, same questions that have been being asked for the last 7 years, and nobody wants to go backwards and look it up and just scroll the feed. They just need to know now.
The search button does not work, just so you know. It doesn't work.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, even though I tell people, I'm like, hey, I did like multiple videos on changing the weight and the gauge on an All-American canner. Just type in my name and All-American gauge, and it'll pop up with my feed and my videos. And watch away. And every now and then, one would make it back to the top again from the archives of 3 years ago.
Tanya Logan, send me a message on Facebook, and I will take you up on that offer.
Welcome aboard, Tanya.
Be afraid of what you ask for. You might get it, just so you know. It's not a fun job. Yeah. People burn out on that really fast, especially now that there's 100,000 people in there.
Yeah, I think there was only 18,000 when I hopped on.
Mm-hmm.
It was
you were one of the OGs,
I'm one of the old guys. Yeah, me and Linda and I forget one of them. Trout, was it Trout? Something Trout.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that last name. Anyway, we would go back and forth and stuff, and people would chime in, and that it was great. And we'd messaged each other privately a couple times, and it was great. And then it just went haywire.
It just goes in spurts because of growth. Every
Well-
time it's a big growth, it has growing pains.
Yeah, and every time somebody sees the world coming to an end or something, they're like, "Let me can," and they see, "Oh, canners, Rebel Can, let me join that one," and they join and try to learn everything all at once, and that used to freak me out. I'm like, "Oh my god, these people are gonna die."
Well, my favorite of that example of that is that video that's going around right now from the home extension office.
Oh no!
It's the lady, God bless her soul. She survived botulism.
Oh, the one person in the last 80 years to get botulism survived it. Okay.
Yeah, the new spokesperson. And yeah, because there's only been 390 cases since 1960 recorded ever.
Yeah.
Or any
Yeah.
even commercial, not even home canned. I'm talking commercial and home canned total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a great idea. And I'll put it out there because I probably won't get a chance to do it. Let's start a YouTube channel called Surviving Botulism.
But anyway, this lady, the first thing she did, here, it just drives me crazy. I can't watch the video. And everybody's like, promoting it and fear-mongering it, and it's driving me crazy. First of all, she bought a canner and didn't read the manual and started canning. Okay, how did you go wrong? Number one.
Didn't read the manual.
Didn't read the manual at all. That's the first thing she says. And then she decided to can something but not use the right time, temp, and temperature. Like, so you don't read the manual, you don't read the instructions for how to can. And we're all supposed to be afraid that this is going to happen to us. Why?
This is why your new car battery has a label on it that says "Do not drink the contents."
Yes.
Because of that.
Well,
So-
here's a point. Like on the battery, they need to take that label off. They need to take a lot of the warnings, the common sense warnings out, and let's thin the lower intelligence from the gene pool.
No, actually, there's better news on the canning thing. The more people are freaked out about it, that probably shouldn't be canning anyway. The more jars there are for us at the store and lids. I'm good.
And maybe the price of American canners will come down.
No.
Yeah, because they're going to come out. You're going to see them on Marketplace here probably in about a year because everybody's going to buy them and I'm going to can. I didn't like it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm scared of it. And then they're just going to put them on Marketplace, try to get their money back. It's like when there's 400 canners in your region for sale at the same time for $300 each. It's like, I'll give you 50. Well, I paid 300. Okay, then can. I hate canning. Great, I'll give you 65. like I need any more canners. I got my 4, so I'm good. I'm done.
We won't talk about how many I have, but I have more than 4.
Well, I actually have 5. I have my mom's really, really old Presto with the gauge that sits at a tilt. And yep, I don't know if I can I could probably get a gasket for it. But I have no desire to use it. I'm just so in love with the All Americans. I only use 2 of them. The other 2 are like my standby spares. If I have a friend that's in need, that's desperate, yeah, here we go. I'll just show them how to use it or her, whatever. I'm not a biologist, so I don't know,
I found a place and I saved the link to this place for the Presto parts.
Yes.
Including like on my 21 quart that has the what is that? That's not plastic, but it's that like Melmac whatever type material.
Yes.
Hey, I'll be right back.
One of those,
You froze, Gil.
one of those got broken, and I was looking to replace it, and I found it, and they have all the gaskets, the gauges, everything for the 21 quart Presto.
Yep.
And so it's like, oh, okay, so yeah.
Yep. Ecocentric. Statistically speaking, I like this. I gotta show it. Statistically speaking, you're more likely to be killed by lightning than encounter monsters. More people were killed by lightning last year, even though we were all hiding inside our houses and cowering in fear from lightning, than have been killed from botulism since they started recording at the CDC.
Yeah.
And
Okay. And it's back. It's back again. Hang on. Let me see. Make sure It is. Yes, it is the new one. Add to cart.
Your
And-
USDA book.
Yes. Proceed to checkout. It's back in print. Use that address. And points. Use my points. Good. It's free. Makes it free.
Double bonus for that one.
Yes. Woo, got it.
It-
Now I'll tell everybody what it was.
Yes.
Hang on a second here. Let me go back here, and we'll talk about it here. Come on. Run back through the system. And share screen. And there, you can show what I guess got.
So
This
he
is
got
the-
the home canning book from the USDA, the brand new one.
The new one. They just got it in reprint again. It's $12, and yeah, so I
Let's
snagged
take
it.
it back off before we get in trouble for showing other whatever. I don't know.
I found out if you do just like that, the one thing on Amazon, they usually don't care about that.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
But yeah, if you have not gotten either a ball blue book or that manual right there, after reading the manual that comes with your canner, which if you didn't get one, you bought it used, you can get them online free. You can read them free online.
yeah.
This is
You
not
can download
hard.
it as a PDF
Yes,
and print it out yourself.
exactly. Or go get that one, or go to a library. Sometimes your library will have it, or you can request your library to get a copy of it and read it. Do your work first before you ever touch your canner. Ever.
Yeah.
And
But
don't be like that lady.
Or have a friend that cans and watch them and hang out with them. A grandma, a neighbor, somebody.
the
We see
prices
you.
have dropped here on the American canner. The 41.5 quart All American is now at from one of the sellers on Amazon is at $599.95.
That's down. What the heck was it?
700.
Yeah.
For the
Now-
for the 740? They don't say what model it is. They just say what quarts it is.
Yeah. Well, all right. It was the 41.5 quart one. Let's see what model. The one I saved a couple because they come from different sellers. The other one is the 1941 X 41 quart pressure sterilizer.
Nah, that's different. That's the electric one
You
meant
don't
for
want that one.
medical
No,
tools.
it's not electric. It's not electric.
It's for medical sterilizing. It's not for home.
It looks absolutely identical to the other one.
Oh, they probably are. It might be a stock photo too.
Yeah, and I think they just the different sellers put different things on there. And this was the one that was up to 950 something or 900.
Holy crap!
It's now down to 739. But yeah, those two are still not down to the 283 it was in December of 2019 when I should have bought it.
Yep. Hey, Mama Freddie. I don't know if I said hi to you. Welcome. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, but the 41.5 quart one that says pressure cooker canner, exclusive metal to metal sealing system, blah 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 blah, is $600 basically.
Yeah, that's a big canner. I don't even. You need a really big stove for that. I mean,
Yeah.
my 930. I got two 930s. I can double stack quarts. I think I can get 14 quarts in there.
Okay.
I really don't need any more than that. And then I can almost triple. I can triple stack pints. I think.
Yeah,
Um,
I got a bunch of half.
You froze.
I froze. I got a bunch of half-gallon canning jars that were my mom's,
Oh,
and so I want to do like full meals in there for the four of us.
you better check your 1932 ball blue book for the times on a half-gallon jar.
It's in the group. It's posted like.
Yeah. Well, I posted all my pages every time I took pictures of it.
Shawnee, there is a trick to those. Assuming, are you talking about the Harvest Guard or the Tatler lids? You don't tighten those down as hard until they come out, and then you tighten them. So it's a little bit different than using the regular canning lids, the 2-piece from Ball. So make sure you well, obviously you follow the directions. Watch. There's a little learning curve. Yes, I like the ones. I like to hear the ping. I do. I like the ping.
I like it when you do broth and the ping turns into a symphony because they go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I got recordings of that. It's hysterical.
Oh, and she did do she did. They were the Harvest Garden. She did do the thing. Nature Girl, I would definitely get, and I think I have it right here. This is the newest one. The Ball Blue Book. And this cover right here is the absolute newest they have out. It came out a few years ago. See if it has a, see my favorite pages? But that one right there, if you don't have that one or one that was done before or after 1980, because in 1980, the 1980s, they changed the time. So if it doesn't say that fish needs to be longer than 90 minutes, you need a newer book.
Hey, my 1932 says longer than 90 minutes.
Well, it just
But,
depends
you know.
on who's doing it.
So Nature Girl, what you do, get the newest book, start from simple, get going on it, start practicing, and then start buying slightly older books, because the further back you go, the more times they give, because over time, because they don't have the funding at whatever the government agency is to USDA to continually update the times. Like, they don't have a lab set up. They do, but they don't have much funding for it. So over time, things just vanish off of the list.
Yes. Well, you will not find the time for cabbage in this book because cabbage is not popular. So if
True.
you want to can cabbage, you need an old book because that will tell you the time back when canning cabbage was very common.
You like sauerkraut?
Sauerkraut, yes.
Yeah.
See, people just don't eat the same things. Our taste buds evolve and change. And like right now, I'd advise you to ferment your cabbage, not even can it. But if you wanted to can it, you need an older book. I love my 1972. And it's got a blue cover on it because they actually used to be blue. That's why they were called blue.
And he's back.
All right, you've had enough snacks. Yeah,
Mark
more,
is done.
go drink some water. Go milk the cow.
What cow?
Go get the chicken eggs.
What chicken?
I don't know.
Go find a cow and milk it.
No. No.
Tell them what that thing that you get milk out of a cow is called.
Udder.
No, wait for
Oh,
him
the
to say it.
teat?
No.
The teat?
Nope.
The teeth.
The tentacles.
Oh, the tentacles, sure.
It's like an octopus. Cows
Yeah.
have tentacles.
They only have 4, though, so they're half an octopus.
Yeah, half an octopus.
It's quadrupus. Except our Guernsey Jersey mixes had 6, but the back 2 were so small they never gave anything. Hey, Lone Star.
You've been muted.
I muted myself on purpose.
I know you did.
It was very long and drawn out. And it had nothing to do with cows. Hi, Lone Star Pioneering. Thanks so much for coming in.
Now,
But yeah, my mom, and I don't have it here at Becca's, but my mom actually borrowed my aunt's 1972 Ball Blue book because she couldn't find hers that was, and she didn't want to buy a new one. This was in the 80s. And then she wrote notes in her handwriting. It's my favorite book because it has notes. Both of them wrote, like, yeah, they like this recipe or they added more of this or less of that. And,
Those are the good
somewhere
recipes.
around, I have my grandmother's Kerr book.
There you go. Actually, I got one of those too, but I don't know what year it is.
From the early 1960s, maybe 1950s. And then I have my mom's ball book from guys, I get it the time right. We were down there, so that would have been 68. Around 68.
This is Becca's grandma's family. They did a historical society cookbook, and it actually has it's recent. They've reprinted it, and it actually has the water bath times, the things that they use to water bath.
So everything water bath was like 3 hours, unless it was seafood. Then it was not recommended.
Yeah.
Then it was
3.5 for meat, thank you. Sometimes 4.
Well, it depends on how much time you have, and
Who wants to stand over a water bath canner for 4 hours? Well, not me, unless the apocalypse has occurred.
hold on. Let me add an extra half a gallon of boiling water here. I got to run to the store.
Just no. Yeah. As I'm stirring the pot with a big wooden handle, and the cauldron everybody has out front with flowers suddenly gets emptied, and we're all putting them over top of our.
Well, when I redo my wife and I came up, she has these great recipes for Spanish black beans and Spanish pink beans, and it's got chorizo and the Spanish pumpkin, all that stuff. I mean, they're ready to eat. So we decided a couple of years ago we have got to can it. So we spent a good day or two modifying the recipe and getting it right. And the beans weren't, that we soaked them, but we cooked them a little bit because we knew they'd still be in the canner for another 90 minutes at pressure. So we did the math on that. But we're out of pink beans right now. So she's working on. She found the recipes. Thank God. She thought she couldn't find them. So we're going to probably do up another like 40, 50 pints of the. I forget, it's a Puerto Rican pink bean recipe, but they're just great. We just heat it up, dump it over rice and her Spanish pork, and we're good. So once I get that, I'll shoot the recipe over to you. You can add it to the volume 2 of your Rebel Canners book.
The book is written, so shoot it over to me. I can get it in yet. I have taken all of the photos for it, but my editor has just had major surgery and probably won't be available to publish it. So I've got to figure out how to publish it myself. And I asked someone else about editing it so I could just do an ebook on Amazon, and I got turned down. It was too much work. So I got to find someone who likes it. Because I don't want to edit myself, because then I won't miss all the errors I do. Hi, Caitlin. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. Charlotte has the 1958 curve book.
Yeah, that's
25 cents.
Yeah, that's probably, if you want to resell it now, you could probably sell it adding at least 3 zeros behind it because it's a collector's item.
Oh yeah.
Or keep it because it's value to us.
Yeah. Or you scan it and you sell scan the PDFs for $5 each.
Yeah, just don't forget your copyright problems there.
Copyright problems. But you could probably find some Facebook group that has files that somebody has scanned it in that just happens to have it laying around in their files.
Well,
if you want to spend the 500 hours it'll take to go through the files to find it,
you'd be surprised what you can find on Google Docs. When I was a Scoutmaster, I just did a search and I found just about all the workbooks and pamphlets for all the merit badges that all the different scout troops have been scanning in.
And just
and you go through, you find like 5, and you go look at it, you find the one that has the best quality, and download that one.
That works.
I've
been over to the Scout store. They're only like $5 a book.
I think I still have all of mine, plus every belt buckle, neckerchief. I collected everything Boy Scouts, and I still have it all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Avalanche. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is volume 1. It's already out in hardcover. I already did it. I can't see who said it now. Right here.
Lone Star.
Lone Star. This is number 1. This is a lot of my family's recipes and my recipes and recipes that I use my canning jars in. It's not just canning. I have heard the great outcry of outrage. And the second one is only canning recipes and food preservation recipes, with maybe 2 family recipes I forgot to put in this one.
Well, then you have to put
I write it for myself, and then
you have to put a subtitle under it.
Yeah. If anybody else wants it, great. But I wrote it for myself.
Rebel
Yes.
Canners 2, nothing but canning, surviving botulism.
Oh no. I have a great title, Mark. I'll tell you if you stay on after we close. I'll tell
Okay.
you the title. You could work on. Hey, you could do the graphics for the cover.
Sure. Actually, I have a niece that would probably love to do that because she's gonna do. I'd love to start a YouTube channel for my new property. I'm not going to say the name of it. I'll tell you privately what I'm going to call it and why.
We'll share secrets after this.
There we go. And but she works for a graphic design company on the West Coast somewhere. Well, not the West Coast, but out west. And I told her what I wanted to do and sent her. So and I was with her a couple weeks ago. She's like, I'd love to be there. She just wants to move there. She's like, can I just move there and start planting stuff and get goats? I'm like, there's nothing there. She's like, I don't care. So
Here's one. Here's a title for a new cookbook: The Beginner's Guide to Canning to Survive Biden's Administration.
yeah, you better be
can't
an
use
expert
the
at this.
word. It's like botulism. You can't use the B word, Gil.
At this point, you better be a moderate expert or an expert because that's our time is running short.
Yeah. Yeah. What was Uncle Al calls him Captain Crazy.
There you go.
Captain Crazy.
Oh yes, I absolutely love Tessie. I absolutely love her videos. And just so you know, she is a member of my group. So we've been friends for a while. And she's absolutely fabulous. And she's just like she is on her show. Just wonderful.
What was some of the first videos that people, I mean, I know I can say which one I started watching when I started searching on YouTube, just looking at stuff. I knew how to can, but I hadn't done it in I never actually really totally did it. My mom always did it. My grandma did it. And I never did it, and I didn't really start until about 6-7 years ago. And so what videos on YouTube did anybody happen to fall into and go, wow, that's cool?
Cat's Cradle.
I watched her. I was watching Linda's Pantry for a long time until she went absolutely commercialized. I was like, okay. Her video.
Yeah,
I liked her videos, and yeah.
I watched Tessie before I started the channel. Homestead Tessie.
That one on Cat's Cradle. Yeah.
For gardening, the first one I ever watched was The Little Farmer's Farm because I was searching for how to make a trampoline greenhouse. So he's the first gardener I watched.
A trampoline greenhouse. That's cool.
Yeah. And I
started watching like M.I. Gardner, and he has some good stuff. I like watching his stuff. And then there's a guy, I forget what.
Joe
the guy
Prigioni.
Yeah, Joe. Oh my God, yeah, he's great from Jersey. It's Joe coming for you for live from Jersey. He's awesome.
Yeah. What do you like, Gil? Who did you start watching before you had a channel?
All right. The first. All right. Arms Family Homestead. Mm-hmm. Daniel Arms, and Keeping It Dutch.
Mm-hmm. I like them.
The old guy that that Daniel was dealing with.
Leon,
yeah, gardening with Leon.
I want to do his tubs that he does, his gardening tubs, but every time I get them, they've already poked holes in them.
The wiki tubs and stuff. Well, you know what's funny? My mom was doing that back in '76.
Nice.
See, some of the other channels I was watching. I mean, probably the one channel's no longer around. Will passed away, and that was Just in Time Prepping. He's actually the one that got me into doing live streams. Taught me how to use StreamYard and everything else. But yeah, it's Uncle Al's, watching him a bunch. Die Bullfrog 79. Yeah. Yep, but Bassards.
Yes.
Bassards, how I got to you.
And I used to watch them all the time. They're not on quite the same schedule, so now I have to watch them in reruns. I used to hit all their lives, and for some reason, I'm not matching up with the times right now.
I started watching Bassards when they got the goats.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think I was watching before that too.
Yeah, that's when I started watching, because that was one of the ones that popped up. Building a goat castle or something, whatever it was, and I'm like, okay, this intrigues me. And so yeah.
And then 20 videos later, you're watching cats chasing laser beams. Yes, we know. We all do the same thing.
And
Hey,
actually,
I may have posted one of those videos.
from,
Got a lot of views.
From the
Don't
Bassard,
judge.
from the Bassards, I picked up Gemini Homestead, yeah, Mama Z's Texas Kitchen, going through there, North Star Prep Stetter. I picked up a whole bunch of them at the same time, because they were always around, either moderating for each other and talking each other up. And so I followed them, and Overlook Homestead. And those are some of the ones I was following back in the beginning. And but the one that got me to do a channel was Daniel Arms. So I was talking to him, and he goes, and this was before he had 100,000 subscribers, and he goes, film everything you're doing there. Look at my ego. Go back and look at my first links. You'll see how stupid they were. Just do some stuff, document stuff, and go from there.
Yeah, he's one of the ones that said that, and that's when I started like, all right, I'll do that. I can do that. Have a side hustle. That's what he said. Make it your side hustle, and that's kind of what Nature Girl, because they have milk in them, and they have a lot of milk in chocolate chips. I only want to keep them for about 5 years. Anything with a lot of powdered milk or milk in it, like that kind of a product, hot cocoa, chocolate chips, I'm looking at a 5-year expiration date. I don't think that an oxygen absorber would just be overkill. I don't.
No, I think an oxygen absorber would actually, I was going to answer that too. So yeah, dry canning, obviously you're going to do it in a vacuum sealer in a jar. There's still, you cannot get all the oxygen out. So by all means, yeah, I would throw an O2 absorber in there. Pack it up as tight as you can. The bigger the chocolate chips are, the more airspace there is in there. Therefore, the more oxygen is still trapped in there. So yeah, I would do that. If you can get the mini chips, don't do the milk chocolate chips, do the dark chocolate chips, because there's less milk product in there. And yeah, by all means, yeah, throw O2 absorbers. You'll get, like in a bag, if you throw the bag on a shelf and 2 years later you open it up, half of them are white.
Yeah.
And because of the air. So yeah, that'll probably make them, and you'll know, after, next year you want to open up a bag. If you got a good sale on them, look at a jar. If you see white starting to form in there, it's time to use them. If you don't see white, let it go.
Yeah. Here's something that you can do where you don't have to use the oxygen absorbers. Let me get that up here.
Oh, is he going down the hand warmer?
Here.
The hand warmers?
No,
that's my thing.
All right. This is you spray into an open bottle of wine to keep it from going bad.
That's nitrogen.
Argon and nitrogen.
The problem with that with chocolate would be, chocolate is a product that is temperature sensitive. It's the temper. They call it temper. So if you put something like that in there and get it really cold, it's going to discolor and
okay. With this stuff here is because of what so you're not affecting the wine either. You just give it a couple squirts and you stick the tube down at the bottom, give it a couple shots, and it just displaces the oxygen without getting really cold.
Okay, as long as there's no temperature change involved, that would be good.
It'd probably be less temperature change than putting the bag in the refrigerator.
Okay, then you'd be good to go.
Yeah.
Oh, Carpenter Self-Reliance. He did some tea bags today. Yes. Yeah. I do that with my tea. I put it in.
And so what you do is you look for the wine preserver kit stuff on Amazon, whatever, and some of them have carbon dioxide and argon. Some of them have argon and nitrogen. They're different ones here. You just go through and just look at them. And
Hi, Sweet Pea Sid's Inspirations. Thank you. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah. Yeah, Sid changed her channel name after she did her intro video.
Okay. Okay.
It used to be Sydney Marco or something like that. And that's when we started. She was over there on Courtney's one night. And I think at the time she had like 6 subscribers or something like that. And now she's up to a whole bunch.
Sweet. Nice.
What it says here.
Hi,
She's now up
Garden
to
State
26.
Gardener.
She's up to 26 subscribers now. She's
Oh,
got a
good.
couple shorts over there. She's got she's now
Can
got
you
5
drop her
videos.
link, Jill? You're a
Huh?
moderator. Can you
Yeah.
drop her link?
I'm
She
gonna
does
drop
my
the link
phone. I can't do it.
right now. Okay, and we'll see. Put her name in front of it. Say, and there you go. Bingo. Yeah. So she's gotten 26 subscribers now. She has some great content. I mean, she has a quick video, 11-second video on using on spinning with the nano, spinning yarn, making yarn, spinning yarn. Yes.
I want to learn to do that. I have one. I had wool. I just never got to where I was.
Yeah.
I have
So,
the
yeah.
job spindle, but I haven't got a very good.
Yeah, I have a feeling she's going to be a good channel when she gets going and starts producing some good content. She's going to be a fantastic channel to watch. If you
Wonderful.
look
We
at
can
look
all
at
say
her-
we knew her when if we all go over there and subscribe. So
Yeah,
let's see if we can get her up there past 30, or at least past 30, guys.
yeah. I subscribed on both my channels. So, but yeah, I mean, her intro video is 19 minutes long. It's a bit long, but she covers a lot of stuff. Going over making Afghans, knitting, crocheting, doilies, stuff like that. I mean, it's it's a good crafting channel.
Wonderful, wonderful. As soon as this is over and I can get my phone back, which is almost never, I will go subscribe.
I just went and subscribed. She's got like 5
All right.
videos up. It looks like that's cool.
Yeah, and so she has 5 videos and stuff. But yeah, so it's going to I'm looking forward to her content when she starts doing more with the knitting and stuff, or crocheting and spinning and doing that stuff. Stuff that guys aren't supposed to be interested in. But hey, I'm a Boy Scout, and we had the sewing merit badge when I was a kid.
Sweet Pea Sids, there's a lot of yarn people on Garden State Gardener's Sunday videos. If you have not subscribed to Garden State Gardener, you need to go subscribe to Joe. He will hook you up with the yarn people too.
Yes.
So go watch his pre-video where you have to register to win on his thing. You can even win some yarn. And then go in on Sunday and be there during his live on Sunday.
Okay, I'm going to throw Joe's link in the chat
Yes,
here too.
please do.
Okay, and see.
I wish he took my phone on one of his little trips in here now.
All right, so there's Garden State Gardeners. If you guys aren't subscribed to Joe, go over there. Joe is hilarious. Thank you again, Joe, for that one you did on me. My grandsons are in here this morning watching it, and they're going, "Is that really you?" He does these jib jab videos, and
So
it is
cute.
absolutely hilarious. I love it.
Oh, Minnesota just banned chicken sales. Glad I got my chicks yesterday, Charlotte says. Yike.
Yeah, that's a big problem going around right now.
Yeah.
My daughter
luckily, I
ordered-
have an incubator and eggs, so I'm all set.
My daughter ordered some Rhode Island Reds because her other ones out here are 3 years old, and she wants to keep the stuff going. And they were supposed to be in 3 weeks. 3 days later, they called her and told her chicks are here.
Yeah, because they got to get them out quick before they
Yeah.
shut it all down.
Yeah, so she went over here to the Firth Mill, picked up her chicks, and she's got them, in the brooder now. Or not brooder, but the under the heat lamps and stuff.
That's weird. Something's going on with my internet. So if you lose me, we're just done.
Oh, you're here on the StreamYard. It's on the YouTube. It fades out a little bit.
Yeah.
Right here, there's an icon that just popped up that's never been there before, and now it's gone.
That's only on your screen. I didn't see it on mine.
Yeah,
I'm watching on
Wi-Fi
YouTube on my computer, and I got the StreamYard on my iPad.
Yeah,
so
I got both here. I got 2 computer screens here, so I got the one and the other. So
yeah, so you're always good for a head count of 2.
Yeah.
There is a avian flu going around. It always comes through this time of year. when the wild birds migrate from South America back up through North America, and it's really bad this year. That's why
It's been bad, really bad in the east.
Yeah.
And
You
so
just have to read. If you want to know more about it, read on the news, because it's one of those topics I'm sure they'll be upset that we talk about very soon.
Did the FDA do it? No.
No.
CDC.
No, not CDC.
The USDA again.
No, US. Yeah, one of the alphabet gangs.
USDA has articles on.
Yeah.
Has articles all over tracking it, where the commercial ones that are affected, and
that is their job. The USDA was originally created in 1886, 87, something like that. That was the organization that regulated the meat packing industry. So their primary focus will always be on meat production and meat sales. Okay. Meat production, meat sales, and anything to do with the interruptions to that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Hi, Karen. Thanks for coming.
Okay.
I watched 3 lives today, and I was late to every one, so no judges. No judges.
Okay, we got Sweet Pea up to 29.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure we can get Sweet Pea to 30, guys.
Yeah.
I'd like to see her get to 30. I know that I'll sub after this one, so I'll be 31, and that'll make it stick. At 30 for.
Yeah.
Hey Tammy, how did I get a wrench next to my name on Facebook? Did somebody make me a moderator?
On Facebook or YouTube?
I don't know. Not
Oh,
on
YouTube. I'm
Facebook.
sorry, on YouTube, not Facebook.
Yeah, that would be me. You can drop links and you can.
Oh, sweet.
That other people can't. You are privileged.
Wow.
Well, remember,
I'm special.
It also means you get a swing Thor's hammer when trolls come in.
That's right.
Oh, so I can get rid of them?
Yeah.
Remove the bot. Boom.
How do you even do that? Oh, with the little dots next to it.
Yeah, and
go to your report. Remove. Wow, I have a remove button. I'm special. Thank you.
I've known that for a while, Mark.
I didn't even. That I'm special. Yeah, I know. I never knew that until just now.
All right, so there's the link again to Sid's channel. Sweet Pea Sid's Inspirations. Let's see if we can get her up over 30. So yeah,
I wish you lived closer to me, Carpenter. Self-reliance. I'd be buying my meat from you, my beef. Yeah. I wish you were closer.
Yeah,
what state is he in?
That's something my wife and I are going to be discussing. We
have
some friends here in Idaho that raise cattle, and 2 years ago, my daughter. In 2020, my daughter got a whole, steer from them, and they got 680 some odd pounds of meat out of it.
Nice.
And whether or not, again, my wife and I need to decide whether or not we're going to get that. Go ahead and get one this summer, or we're going to try to find someone that's raising pigs. Get the pig done up and over to the butcher and
where
enjoy
I
all
worked
that bacon.
Where I worked before, I had a coworker, and I always bought one pig. She raised her work with me was her side hustle. Her primary job was they had a pig farm, and I would get one every year. And then when somebody else would order one and then no show on the pickup at the butcher shop, I would get a second one. So I always got 2 every year. One was guaranteed full price. The other one was like, if you can go pay for this and pick it up, here's the deal. You get a special rate this week. So
yeah.
I always loved that second one because I felt like it was, really getting a good deal.
That's where you need like a 7th freezer.
Yeah, well, one time I had 3 freezers. One was just for pork.
Yeah, well, I might have to go buy another one. A friend of mine keeps bugging me. He's like, "Hey, I'm getting a steer slaughtered. Do you want half? Do you want a quarter?" One of my other friends will take a quarter because he's got a 5.5 cubic foot, and he'll fill that up.
You always
And-
want to have. You know
Well,
why you
no,
always want to
I don't-
have?
I don't have room. I need more freezers. So I told him, I said,
Yeah.
here's the deal. I know when the butchers butcher it, because I know the butchers around here, they don't give you the bones unless you ask for them and you pay extra for it. I told him, I said, I want the bones. I want all the bones. He's like, you want all the bones? I was like, I want all the, except for the head. I want all the bones. He's like, just the bones. I said, just the bones. I said, because I can process that stuff up in 4 days.
Yeah.
I roast them out in the oven, and I'll just make tons of good, nice, dark bone broth and can it up in quarts, and I'm good to go for a long time.
Yeah.
And that's all I want is the bone. I don't have room for the meat. I got enough chicken and pork and other beef in my freezers right now. I want it. I don't have room for it.
I will never order a quarter beef again. I will only order a half because I want to get all my steaks, all the different kinds of steaks.
Well, that's true. Yeah, you
I
wind up
always
in a
feel-
quarter,
I
you get
always
more
feel like
ground
I get-
beef and some roasts. Yeah.
I always feel like I get shortchanged. I don't get the good cuts of steak, like the expensive cuts of steak when I order a quarter. It's like, what happened to the whatever, you know?
Yeah, that's on the other end of the cow.
Yeah.
I always get the wrong end of the cow on those quarter deals.
Yeah.
So
I think when I build my when I build my barn on a property, I'm just going to put a walk-in freezer, and I can order a whole cow, 2 cows, 3 cows, whatever I want. Keep it frozen.
Justin Rhodes' walk-in refrigerator cooler thing he's got with where it takes the air conditioner and it has a special thermometer.
Oh yeah, you could do that with a home style AC unit. I've seen people do that. You just have to take out the thermostat and put in a different one that can keep it running to a lower temperature below 62.
I want one of those. I want one of those really bad.
Just
Yeah, well,
check,
don't we all?
check the military surplus and get a 20-foot military cargo container refrigerator freezer.
Yeah, you just have to pay for the shipping to get it to you. Good luck with that.
Actually, shipping on that well, until the gas went bonkers this last month wasn't all that bad.
I think I'll probably just build one in my
Just dig a hole, concrete it in with block, and put a concrete cap on it, and yeah,
The hole's already done.
there you go.
All of my property is already dug.
Okay, Sam's Club, the Thompson chest freezers, the 5 cubic foot and 7 cubic foot, $179, $248 respectively. So actually, the $179 is the better deal right now. And I got a couple of those. I mean, I've had those going for since 2007. I've been using those. So
You have to remember, though, out at my property, I don't have electric and I haven't had my solar installed. So all I have is my generator. So I can't have any of that right now.
okay, you go to Harbor Freight, you get the 100-watt solar panel kit. Then you go to Batteries Plus and you get 2 golf cart batteries and hook them up so it makes 12 volts. I only used the 45-watt panel they had with the 5 cubic foot chest freezer at the Peddler's Fairs selling ice cream in the summertime. So it was hot all the time, lifting it up, and it kept everything cold, running just off of 45-watt panels.
Nice.
So you got 45-watt input into it, and it kept it cold because it's not running all the time.
Right. And if you're in
runs for a
Michigan, I
little
wouldn't have
bit,
to run in the winter anyway.
Yeah. And so, but that is probably for the quick setup. That's probably the easiest way to go. You get that 100-watt panel system from Harbor Freight. Comes with a little small charge controller. You hook it up to a couple golf cart batteries, because those are those are the real deep cycle batteries. And generally, you find out that it kicks on if you're not using it, just sitting out in the shop or whatever. It'll kick on once every 6 hours or 30 minutes and turn off.
My Jackery 240 does all the lights I need and charges my phone at the cabinet.
Yeah,
I love my Jackery. By the way, if you're listening, I love you.
Good luck with that. Everybody loves Jackery.
Their customer service is like beyond wonderful.
Yeah.
I was moving. We misplaced my charger cord for my Jackery. I called the company They say hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Becca.
I called Jackery and I said, I can't find the part number to order a
And you're frozen.
replacement
You're all-
cord 6 months ago. I said it wasn't very long ago. Oh, yeah, Gil always freezes. And
Yeah.
the lady's like, oh, okay, we'll send you one. I'm like, well, how much is that? She goes, it's free. I'm like, what? She goes, it's free. She goes, I'm very sorry I can't overnight it to you because it's now 3 o'clock. If you had called an hour ago, we would have overnighted it. I still had it there the next day.
Jeez.
Free.
Yeah.
Next day shipping. Free.
Yeah.
I will never buy anything but Jackery.
I might have to look into that because I just picked up 2 generators from Tractor Supply. They were on sale. They're $999 on sale for $499. I was like, well, I wanted one, so I'll take 2 now because I had the budget for it. So I got 2 of them, and they're dual fuel. They're 2,200 watt. You can put them in parallel if you need more. I'm like, I just need one, but I always have a backup, and one runs on propane, one runs on gas if I want. Yeah, gotta love backup.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the life of a generator is not that wonderful. Right now, I have to replace the fuel line on my generator. It went out.
That's because of the alcohol. If next time you replace it, go online and find some silicone fuel line. Then the only thing you have to worry about is the silicone, because the alcohol in the fuel, unless you can find 100% fuel, but the alcohol in the fuel dries out rubber fuel lines on everything. Lawnmowers, weed whacker, you name it, it dries them out.
Yeah.
And so get some 100% gas and stabilizer, or use the get some silicone fuel lines, which you can get silicone tubing. It's like medical tubing. It's silicone. It'll still wear out over time, but not in a nut. It won't dry out like a rubber fuel line does because the alcohol kills it.
Beautiful. I will do that. In fact, I haven't replaced it yet. It's just sitting here waiting to be replaced. So I will do that because that's the part I have to order.
I'll tell you offline, but if you have a friend that works for a certain company, yeah, he'll give them to you because I actually work for that company and I get plenty of these silicone tubes to do a certain thing in a certain industry, and I have buckets of them.
I've lost my source for that. I used to have a unlimited source for that, and I don't know.
No, this is a different.
Jackery.
This is a totally different company. I'll let you know later.
Okay, Jackery, Carpenter Self-Reliance. I love the Jackery solar generators. I don't have a solar panel. I charge it on my car when I'm driving around. I have it plugged into my car, and then when I get back to the cabin, it's at 100%. And that's all I use to run my lights and charge my phone at night in my cabin.
Yeah. One of the interesting things is, if you get a setup up at the cabin where you have like the 100-watt panels or whatever, or the whatever setup, like from Harbor Freight, and you're charging the battery, you can a lot of the solar generators, which I hate, they're not generators, they're power stations. Yeah. Come with a thing to plug into a cigarette lighter. Well, at Harbor Freight, you can get the things that just clips on the battery and it gives you a cigarette lighter attachment. So you just plug into that, and it charges it while you're using it, or while you're up there. And so, you can have a backup to a backup up there or whatever. But I know Jackery has a lot of good stuff on it. Blue Eddy's the other one. It's got a lot of good.
Yeah, I haven't had any experience with them yet.
Yeah, Blue Eddy has a lot of good equipment coming out. Their service side still sucks a little bit, but if you want to find out about the power station / solar generators, Minuteman Prep. It's Ben Gilmore, a friend of mine here. He's a mile down the street from me here. That's his channel, and what he does, most of his videos are reviewing these generators, so these power stations. He's only had like 4 out of all of them where the company sent him. He goes, "Hey, you can send it to me, but if it's lousy, I'm going to say it's lousy. Fine, here, test it, burn it up." And he he puts them to heavy loads and on them, and
I would like to upgrade. I've got to upgrade. I would really like to get a 1500 Jackery, and there's only one reason. Do you know why I want a 1500 Jackery?
Microwave?
Well, there's $1,700, but okay. I'm looking at it right now. I pulled it up. I'm like, $1,700 for the 1500. Okay.
It will run my Keurig coffee maker. And there is only one thing in life, more important than electric lights, and that is my coffee.
Oh, just get a French press and a little propane stove and a cake. Well, there you go. It's the best
I have a
coffee.
wood stove, but I don't necessarily always want to,
Yeah.
Well, get a little
Laura,
propane burner and make your hot water.
My new favorite, creme brulee by Starbucks. I got it on clearance, $3 for a box of K-Cups.
Ooh.
I just want to smell it. It smells so good.
At Scout for the Scoutmaster training, there's for the elite Scoutmaster training, it's called Wood Badge, and we, as leaders, we go out and we go through this whole program and stuff. Because adults usually can't take a whole week off of work, so we do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 weeks in a row. And one of the guys in my troop had the jet boil,
I love my jet boil.
French press for attachment for it.
I don't have the French press, but I absolutely love my jet boil. I absolutely like it. It practically goes with me wherever I go. My jet boil stove stays in my hiking backpack, which is my bug out bag, and it is with me just about everywhere I go.
Yeah.
I love that thing. If I ever lost it, I would cry.
What was so funny is the first, we get there Friday afternoon, Saturday morning, he whips that out, and all of a sudden, from out of the, I think we had like 75 Scoutmasters out there, all being trained and stuff. Everyone starts migrating to our table. What do we smell? How do you guys?
Well,
who's got the coffee? I need coffee.
In the summer, I work at a summer camp as the cook, and we cook over the open campfire. So I have a coffee pot with hot water that I use to do the dishes and to make coffee in the morning, or hot cocoa for 40 people. And I have my French press. Well, this last year we invited a guy that does the what is that parkour competition on TV? It's not Iron Man, but they do like this parkour where they do this course.
What, the ninja?
A ninja. Well, so one of the guys that's been on Ninja Warrior twice came. The man could outdrink me on coffee. 6 French press pots in the morning.
Oh, okay, his heart will explode next week.
Yeah, and I mean, I should get him on here. Actually, I'll see if he'll come on and let me interview him. But yeah, he was like, I finally gave up. I'm like, dude, I can't. I brought enough coffee for this. I mean, I had enough coffee of my own that I brought just for the 2 adults to drink coffee, me and Adam. And I'm like, I'm glad I have an extra bag of coffee grounds in the, because I don't know if you've ever seen me personally, but if you ever see me, I could probably feed a small third world country out of the back of my van in the summer. I have coffee, I have French press, I have cook stove. I mean, I'm ready to go, and I have a whole load of groceries. And I had the coffee, but boy, he was almost pushing me to where I was almost out of coffee. And that would be a scary thing.
Well, he's a ninja. He can just run down to the country store 40 miles away and grab another can of coffee and bring it back in 5 minutes.
He did a race. He did run like miles every day and every afternoon. And
well, he needs to stop at the store and buy coffee and bring it back,
I think he could have ran to the nearest store, got coffee, and brought it back. And the time it would take me to walk up to the kitchen, the main kitchen, and get more.
Carpenter Self-Reliance, yes. Minuteman Prep, you had it right. I put the link down in there.
He's having a hard time. I'm glad you put the link in because he's having a hard time hearing.
Yeah, and so and actually, it was a month ago. Ben did the review of the Jackery Explorer 1500. So he did the review on that one.
Moon over Miami. I saw you came in and I didn't have a chance to say hi, so I'm saying hi now. I know you've been talking in the chat, but we were talking and I didn't get a chance to say hi.
Yeah.
Well, we've been going almost an hour and a half, and I know there's some other things going on tonight. It's almost 8 o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead I don't know. Somebody's got to be doing something somewhere, Gil.
Okay, I'm thinking. All right, today's Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursdays. I used to come on at 10 o'clock Eastern. There was somebody that was on at 7 o'clock, but that was it. I mean, at 7 o'clock. I'm gonna look at my clock here. So 9 o'clock.
I think Hedgehog's Homestead comes on tonight. Maybe after me.
Hang on. Let me check one thing real quick here. I can tell you real quick here. Who's coming up here? Broussards. Broussards are coming up here in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
so
I knew there was a reason I wanted to get off by 8. Plus, I have a family. I just have family that came. Okay. So
let me throw Broussard's link in there for their live.
Yes, please do.
Okay, so
if you go over there from here, tell them I sent you. Yeah. Don't tell them Gil did. Tell them it was me. Even though we all know it was Gil. Just tell them it was me. I'm going to take credit.
Say it's the raid from Rebel Canners.
Love raid.
And let me put the full thing in there. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. And that should be the link to the live stream starting up here in 4 minutes, 49 seconds.
Robert, I'm always good, and sometimes I'm really good at being bad. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
I am a rebel, you know.
Hey, Tammy, I'll stick on for a minute.
Over there.
Okay, yeah, stay here after I end, please, Mark.
Yep, I'll chill on StreamYard.
All right, I'm going to say goodnight, everyone. Thank you. I love you all. Thanks for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Night all. Go on over to Broussard's and tell them Tammy's Rebel Raiders. Bye.